Hi, I'm Barry Dutter, and this is the 12 most popular fan theories for Star Wars Episode 9. I've scoured the internet and tried to find all the most fascinating theories, and I've come up with a few of my own. So let's begin, shall we? Number 1, the mystery of Reys Parents. And I know what you're thinking. What mystery? They already explained that in The Last Jedi. Their parents were junkers and drunks and nobodies. Wrong, Bantu breath. Let me tell you something. The Star Wars movies have a history of misdirection, especially when it comes to the parentage of the main character. We've seen this before. Basically, Kylo Ren was lying about Rey's parents. She's too important of a character to have nobody parents. In the Star Wars universe, everybody is somebody's parent, or brother, or sister, or something. So, they've built up the mystery of Rey's parentage too much for it to just be nobody. We will find out in the next movie who Rey's real parents are. I have a theory, and I'll tell you at the end of this video. Next, Kylo Ren. I have some predictions for him in the next movie. 1, he will probably take his shirt off again. 2, well, he'll put the mask back on, and that's more of a wish than a prediction, because I gotta tell you, that guy's got a face only a mother can love. He is one of the ugliest actors I have ever seen. I don't know how he gets work, but he really needs the mask again. Other than that, he will probably continue his weird courtship of Rey, and they actually have given me an idea for the title for the next movie. I think the movie will be called Star Wars Twilight, because they're actually going in kind of that direction. I think Kylo Ren might even become a vampire. I'm not sure about that one, but if you think about it, it is the twilight of all the Skywalker saga, so it does kind of make sense in a way. Speaking of Skywalkers, Luke Skywalker, of course, will be in the next movie, because he will be a Force ghost, and he will probably still be cranky. And he will probably try and pass some wisdom on to Rey, such as how to get maybe the best blue milk out of that space cow's nipples. That would be an example of the wisdom that Luke could pass on to Rey. Next we have Princess Leia. Now, sadly, Carrie Fisher has passed on, so I don't know if they have any footage of Princess Leia that they can use in the next movie. Now, they have to kill Princess Leia in the next movie, of course, because every movie in the new trilogy has to kill off one major character from the original trilogy. Han Solo died in The Force Awakens, Luke died in Last Jedi, spoiler alert! And so, of course, Princess Leia will have to be the next to go in the next one. I don't know how they can do it, but I do have a suggestion. If they can just reuse a little bit of footage from Last Jedi, I think the best way for her to go would be basically she does her Mary Poppins bit and she just floats up to heaven with her new Force flying powers, and we don't see her again. I mean, we've established that she has that power of Force flight, so I don't really see any other way for her out for her at this point. Next, we come to this guy, Snoke. Dun, dun, dun. And again, I know what you're thinking, but Snoke died in Last Jedi. Wrong again! He seems to have died in Last Jedi, but he is the most powerful being to have ever utilized the Force. He can do things that no one has ever been able to do, including Darth Vader. He can Force project himself to another planet, and he can actually use his mind to attack someone on a different planet. Doesn't even have to be on the same planet with this whoever he's attacking, because he did that to Admiral Hux. He picked him up, threw him across the room. He wasn't even on that world. He can connect the minds of two powerful Force-sensitive people without them even knowing he's doing it. He can read minds. There's no way he could ever be betrayed, as he states in the film. And I know you're thinking, yeah, but he was betrayed by Kylo Ren. Seemingly. But what if Snoke wanted that to happen? What if that was his plan all along? What if he needed Kylo Ren to kill him so that Kylo Ren could complete his transition to the dark side? so that when Snoke comes back in the next movie... Oh, and here's another example of how we know it was probably a Force projection in this movie, because in the previous film, Snoke looks older and more decrepit looking. In Last Jedi, he looks like 10 years younger, just like Luke looks 10 years younger when he Force projects himself. So I think when you Force project yourself, you project a younger, stronger image of yourself. You project yourself the way you want people to see you. So this guy will be back, mark my words, and he will be a force to be reckoned with, no pun intended. The alternate title I have for the film, if they don't go with Star Wars Twilight, then my other suggested title is Snoke's on a Plane. Sorry, I had to do it. Next, Chewie, R2-D2, and C-3PO. What will become of them? Well, they are the only, really, after Leia, Carrie Fisher's gone, so they'll be the only surviving members of the original trilogy. So they might as well just kill them all off in the next film. Just wipe the slate clean. We've already established we're done with the original characters. We have no further use for them except maybe as Force ghosts. Let them go. Let them move on. We're going to miss them. You know, R2 and 3PO were in every Star Wars movie. Chewie was in a good chunk of them, most of them. But it's their time to go. Next. Okay, we have Poe. In the next movie, Poe will most likely tell some more bad jokes. He will take up the leadership of the Alliance. What are they calling them now? The Rebellion? Whatever, the Resistance, sorry. Beyond that, I don't know. He's just not that interesting of a character. Next, Finn. I tried. I really tried with Finn. He had 2 movies where we had a chance to warm up to him, and I just never really took a liking to the character. He just doesn't really do interesting things or have anything interesting to say. So my prediction for Finn, I don't think anyone really cares. Next, we have Rose. Okay, next, we have, this is my favorite. The #1 prediction on the internet, after Snoke returning, the second most popular prediction, there will be an epic Force Ghost melee in the next Star Wars movie. They're going to bring back every Jedi who ever died. You're going to see Ben Kenobi, Luke Skywalker, Yoda, Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker will be there fighting on the side of the good guys, and they're going to take on Snoke, the most powerful being in the galaxy. It's going to be an epic throwdown. Will even the combined might of the greatest Jedi warriors of all time be enough to take down Snoke? If they really want to give service to the fans, this would be the ultimate fan service. It's what the fans want to see. Sometimes you give the people what they want. Rian Johnson clearly doesn't know about that, but maybe JJ does. We'll see. Next, Han Solo returns in Episode 9. And I know what you're saying, but Han Solo's dead. Well, you're wrong again, because we never saw a body. And you know that in adventure fiction, if you don't see a body, there's no death. Han will be back. Mark my words. Next. This is kind of wishful thinking on my part. We will see the Ewok-Porg War. Basically, there will be a battle to see which are truly the cutest creatures in the galaxy. And I know what you're thinking. Well, the Porg have not really been shown to have any fighting abilities. Whereas the Ewoks, of course, are, extremely great fighters, and they can take down an entire battalion of stormtroopers because they're so awesome. But I'm thinking the Porg maybe have hidden talents that we haven't seen yet. Maybe they look cute on the outside, but they're actually vicious killers on the inside. And how awesome would that be to see a Porg take down a whole battalion of Ewoks? I'd like to see that. Now we come to the moment you've all waited for. The moment where I reveal my theory about the true parents of Rey. Okay, hear me out. Remember in Nightmare on Elm Street when they revealed that Freddy Krueger was the bastard son of 1,000 maniacs? What if something similar applied to Rey? Now, we know that Rey's parents were drunks and junkers. What if Rey's mom was also a huge whore? So what I'm saying is, what if she hooked up with every bad guy in the galaxy? From Darth Maul to Boba Fett, Count Dooku, General Grievous, Evil Anakin, Grand Moff Tarkin, Admiral Hux, Jabba the Hutt, Darth Vader, the Emperor himself, and even this guy. That's right, Jar Jar Binks. Misa take a turn too. What if she hooked up with all the most evil beings in the galaxy? Now she's got all that evil inside of her. That's why she didn't hesitate to dive into the dark pit. Why she didn't fear the dark side at all. Because it's part of her. It's half of her heritage. Doesn't that make her a more compelling character than having her parents be a couple of nobodies? So, those are my fan theories for Star Wars Episode 9. We'll see what happens when Episode 9, Twilight, comes out in 2019. Till next time, I'm Barry Dutter. May the Force be with you. Always.